It didn't start as Parlour Flames, it started as me and Vinny, really, didn't it? Last, I don't know, just before Christmas of 2011, I think.
About a year ago.
Was it? I mean, we met, how many years ago?
5 years, 6 years ago?
Was it? 6 years ago, yeah. Yeah, I was doing a project at home, in my home studio with Mike Joyce on drums, Andy Rourke on bass, called Moondog One. And they went on to play with Vinny's band. Played on your album. Which album did they play on?
It was Mike Joyce and Craig Cannon on an album called, it's a long time ago, The Fall and Rise.
Fall and Rise, wasn't it? Yeah. So I got to know Vinny through Mike. Really loved his stuff actually. Loved the music, but especially the lyrics. The lyrics really sort of turned me on to Vinny's stuff. It was great sort of not had anyone writing lyrics like that for a long, long time, you know. And I just thought one thing led to another with knowing each other, didn't it? I think
well, we did that, there was a Vinny Peculiar European tour, a small European tour, it must be said, it was about 6 shows, wasn't it? And we had bass player drop out at the last minute, and Bones stood in and played bass on the tour, and it went really well. So we always said after that we'd try and do something together.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and we said it'd be great to sort of do something. I think we originally started out with the intention of just recording an EP, didn't we? Let's do a couple of songs and maybe just put it out on iTunes ourselves. But of course, a couple of songs turned into 4 songs, 5 songs, 6, before we knew it was sort of an album's worth of stuff. And that's how Parlour Flames commenced, really. We decided we could form a band around that.
Yeah, I mean, we found that we had, well, as we've gone on, we've sort of developed a kind of a good studio working relationship that's sort of led us to where we are. But you're absolutely right, it started off as just a couple of mates trying some things out and sort of grew from there.
The name Parlour Flames is
yeah, it's sort of my responsibility, that one. It's getting harder to name bands nowadays, that probably needs to be said. There's a lot of, pretty much everything's covered. You research the names you like on the internet, it takes a long time to find one that isn't taken. So I had a whole list of stuff that I was trawling through. One of the ones I quite liked was Parlour Flames, and I think that came about because I've been probably watching the day before some kind of Victorian architecture programme on home, family, hearth, parlour, fire. And we talked about after dinner entertainment, from the Victorian era right through Bones' tradition of the Irish thing, sort of just getting up and performing in a small space. So that's kind of, it seemed to suit what we were doing, the flames, keeping the flames alive, burning. It seemed to make a lot of sense to us at the time. I think it still does, it's been very well received and it's one of those names that's reasonably memorable, but it's not really a kind of out there crazy name, but we think it's got some distinction.
It's not, but it also looks good. I mean, we had a list of names or potential names, and some would sound good, and we'd talk over the phone or we'd see each other, and some would sound good, but once you put that word or words onto paper as text, it didn't look right. I was like, you know what, it doesn't look right written down.
Yeah.
Whereas Parlour Flames, it was originally the Parlour Flames, took the off.
Well, I think that was you removed the
Yeah.
I think that was a good move. A lot of people.
But it also looks good written down as a text as well, which I think is really important.
Yeah.